Hello and welcome to Accounts Payable Updates and Reminders. Today we will cover the following topics: General Accounts Payable Reminders, Workshop, Observation Travel Request, Travel Expense Voucher, Employee Reimbursements, Meals and Light Refreshments Reminders, De minimis gifts. Here are a few miscellaneous reminders for this year. Please ask your vendors to email all invoices to payables@lkstevens.wednet.edu. We will then print and route them to you for approval. This will help us to make prompt payment. When you send in an invoice for payment, please make sure that it has the correct PO number and your signature or initials. If there is no PO number, the invoice will need an account code and the signature from your administrator. Please send out paperwork at the same time, the invoice, packing slip, and yellow copy of the PO if you are closing the purchase order. Check the business service calendar for accounts payable due dates. Our forms have been updated, so please take a minute to download the new forms. This year, all of our accounting forms are fillable forms. Workshop Observation Travel Request is found under Policy 3050. The policy was updated in 2023, and the full policy may be found on the Board of Directors page of our website. Out-of-state travel requires the superintendent or designee approval and board notification. When traveling over 100 miles or out of state, use the Workshop Observation Travel Request form and obtain prior approval. For other travel, you can continue to use your own travel request form. If you do not have a form created, we have made one available to you on the Business Services Employee Resources page of our website. If you need information regarding reasonable rates for travel, you can refer to www.gsa.gov for out-of-state and ofm.wa.gov for in-state travel. Here's the process for approval. Out-of-state travel should be requested at least 45 days in advance. Use Request Form 3050F. Submit it first to your principal or department head, then to the administrator, and finally to the superintendent. At least 7 days prior, the request form with approval or denial is returned. Once travel is complete a travel expense voucher for any expenses to be reimbursed. Attach the approved Request Form 3050F-1 and the original itemized receipts and then submit them to Accounts Payable. In accordance with best practices, all travel-related expenses are to be submitted no later than 30 days after the travel dates. In accordance with recommended best practices, all travel-related expenses are to be submitted no later than 30 days after the travel dates. This includes your monthly in-district travel expense vouchers. Mileage rates are set according to the IRS guidelines and they're updated each January. The form provided will calculate the approved mileage for travel between school buildings. Please use this mileage chart for accuracy. Each trip entered on the voucher requires a purpose of trip. If your travel is overnight and includes meals, please have staff attach the itemized receipts showing what was purchased to your travel expense vouchers. Please use the Employee Reimbursement form, which is located on our website under Business Services Employee Resources. An account code must be provided to process the reimbursement. The request form must be signed by the employee and the supervisor with budget authority. The form must also include original itemized receipts to support each purchase. Catering meals and light refreshments, found under Policy Number 3600. Approval is required prior to any district commitment, and meals or refreshments must be approved by an administrator above the requester. For example, the business secretary prepares and the principal approves. This is for special situations or occasions where the meal or light refreshments contribute to the effectiveness of the event. Meals may be provided for events that occur during normal meal hours, and it's not convenient for participants to make individual arrangements to eat. Please make sure to include purpose, the participant list, and why it is an integral part of the meeting. Submit the itemized receipts listing the meal items purchased to Accounts Payable with a catering, meals, and light refreshments form attached. The IRS has specific rules about meetings that occur in a restaurant. If there is no overnight travel and all of the participants are from the district, the IRS considers this taxable income. Here's the guidance and forms to comply with the existing policy. This is found on the Business Services Employee Resources page. It is important to attach the approved form to the receipts and send it to Accounts Payable. We do not need this form for food purchased as nominal incentives such as candy or gum, or food purchased for resale at the Cove, or for food and nutrition services. It is also not needed for food used as part of curriculum such as a science project or life skills class, or food purchased for students at approved ASB activities. ASB and Event Info support this expenditure. It is not needed for meals obtained in travel status or food purchased with personal funds. De minimis gifts. The yearly per person limit is now $50 and recipient names must be provided. Nominal items are preferred over gift cards. For example, flowers, plaques, mugs, or snacks and meals for staff appreciation. Catering, meals, and light refreshments form must be completed for all food purchases. Team building activities are allowed, such as bowling or escape rooms. However, students may not be included in team building activities. These are typically purchased with admin MOU funds in Program 0191, which must be approved by the Assistant Superintendent of Business and Operations. This concludes the presentation. Please feel free to reach out to your Accounts Payable contacts if you have any further questions. Hope you have a great 24-25 school year.